It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Aregbe number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Mayegun Aregbesola
Mayegun ti dé.
President bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa ní.
Aregbesola
Mayegun ti dé.
Hello there, brethren. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live, and you know the routine, right? After reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, hear it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today may be brief, it may be short, but it is going to be interesting. I don't know how I'm sounding. I think I'm sounding like because I'm not really feeling great. Yeah, but we can still do this. So tonight we are starting from another statement of Umahi, a man that believes that, okay, hang on. A man that once believed that it will be APC, Aregbe's presidential candidate for 2023. I don't know if some of you will remember that. Yeah, he met with Bokwari. After meeting with Bokwari, they finalized him crossing over to APC with the promise that Bokwari was going to back an Igbo man for president in 2023. This was way back in 2021, 2022, by the way. No, 2021 rather. So Umahi, since then, has become a glorified, what do you call it? A glorified political slave within their camp. He is an Igbo man. And he is an Igbo man that has done everything to pacify the Yorubas, the Fulanis. Okay, whatever you want me to do, I'm not like other Igbos. I can cooperate. I will do whatever you want me to do, right? You can trust me. You know, all this Igbo pick me in Nigeria. He's one of them. Is one of those people I told you of that, despite the fact that they are members of the APC, Aregbe, the bigotry against the profiling of the Igbos in Nigeria hasn't kind of like stopped. The entire system believing that an Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria, like Igbo can never lead, you know. That's the sentiment that, was created by the Yoruba politicians, Hausa politicians, and other Fulani politicians and what have you. Igbo man cannot be trusted. I don't know how they manage to ingrain that in your brain, but those behind that statement, they have Igbos as political associates, business partners. And I always ask myself, like, whenever they make all that kind of like, all those statements, right? Whenever they make such statement, do they ever by any means think about the Igbos who are within them, like the Igbos who are their friends, the Igbos who are, and someone said that, no matter how much these Igbo fools try to, placate or pacify the criminals from other regions, they will still be treated with suspicion, So the Umahi has been very vocal among others like Solu Dompo, even this Opesus Odinjo or Opesus Odingba of Imo, never for once comes out, right, to like openly to what? To condemn his own people. Like this Umahi. Igbos are wrong, Igbos are guilty, Igbos are faulty, it is our fault, we need to kind of be friends with other people, meanwhile you are friends with them. You are governors, you are ministers, you are, you are lawmakers, you mingle with all these guys. But statements like Igbos can be trusted are said even in their presence. And they will back it, they say, it's true, it is true. We Igbos, we need to integrate. We Igbos, we need to cooperate with other regions, like people like Umahi. So he has now come out to say, even if they want to choose any president from Igbo land for Nigeria, that would be him. Yeah, that would be me. Because I have done so many great things. And for now, it is thiefnubu's turn. So when thiefnubu is done, Umahi is looking forward to him becoming a vice presidential sort of candidate to anybody thiefnubu anoints. Same guy, they told him that he was going to be the presidential. Go and Google it. They told him that he was going to be the presidential candidate of APC. That Bokwari loves the Igbo so much that he was going to hand over to an Igbo man. Do you know that is why Umahi joined APC? Yeah, that's the main reason why he joined them. But that never happened. But fair enough, thiefnubu made him a minister. So here was Umahi. This time, I think it was like a year ago, talking about his own ethnic nationality, the Igbos. The condemnation I'm talking about, like the self-hating Igbos is one of them. Here, they've done everything to placate the owners of Nigeria. You can trust me. They've prostrated for IBB, prostrated for Abdul Salami, prostrated for their Satan of Shokoto, prostrated for anybody they could prostrate to. They still can't be trusted. Because the most thing there is that the only thing that is keeping Nigeria going or keeping Nigeria together as you have it is basically the fact that the Igbos are still part of it and they can be used for their sacrificial what have you within the union. They always believe that. If everything is wrong with that contraption, it is easier to go and blame an Igbo man. In case if you don't know, an Igbo man will blame himself too. And say, now my people need to accommodate others. Self-hating. Listen to this one. This was Umahi about 10 months ago.
And I used the opportunity to talk to Southeast people. When we go to social media and talk, castigate and all sorts of things, I continue to tell my people, our problem is different from other regions. Our problem, we have to count one before we count two. We lost it some time ago. What we need is to be reintegrated into the affairs of the country. I said that before now, there was no federal project in Ebonyi State. But you can see everywhere there are federal projects in all the southeast. Is that not integration? For Mr. President to give an Igbo man, Minister of Works, Chief of Naval Staff, the Minister of Science and Technology, because I'm in fact, and I know that the young man is about, launching our own satellite by the support of the President. Is it not integration? So we need to be properly integrated. Other people have been integrated, and that's why you see them shouting and making efforts for more demands. But let's work together supporting this same president that has integrated us. But we are not yet sitting very well. We have to sit very well. If you are sick, you will not know there is hunger. It's when you get well before you start thinking of other things we are missing. So let us support the president.
Nuisance Lele.
That's how they speak, by the way. We as Igbo people, we need to integrate into Nigeria. Baba, 50, how many years now? 55 years after their genocidal war. That Gowon said, no winner, no vanquish. So they haven't still integrated the Igbos into Nigeria, according to this Aslika, this ombud slave, Umahi. Right? After that, 55 years after that, their genocidal war, the Igbos remain the only people who have actually shown true Nigerian spirit, if you want to say that. There have been those who have left their region, right, to establish businesses outside their region in, massive, what have you. So, but yet the politicians will be telling their fellow Igbos that they needed to integrate. They made the Minister of Works. And Umahi is like, Igbo should be grateful to thiefnubu for appointing an Igbo man as Minister of Works. As if to say, no, be in that same contraption, you had a minister, a coordinating minister of the entire economy, and the Minister of Finance, Okonjo Iweala. Where is she from? So the likes of Umahi and the rest of them, what they've managed to get out, right, which they believe they got based on the benevolence, not because they are part of the Nigeria project. And the law says they must appoint a minister from every state in Nigeria. So appointing him as a minister, making him a minister of works, to him is like a favor for the Igbos. And the Igbos need to, instead of you going on social media and criticizing government and all of that, you are supposed to, you know, thiefnubu is very, very kind to us. Look at me, I'm a minister. Look at how that young man, I saw him in fact, he's a minister of science and technology. You know? So Umahi has been licking asses all this while, and somehow, he's living in his own bubble. I'm a Yoruba man, right? I am a Yoruba man, and I won't lie to you. I've heard my fellow Yorubas waiting for thiefnubu to finish, and there is nothing, right? They won't call Umahi for taking their land, stealing their land in Lagos for thiefnubu. They won't mention thiefnubu per se. It's going to be an Igbo. In Lagos, people have died because Umahi with thiefnubu, they were stealing people's lands, ancestral lands, along the path where he said he's building his coastal road. Before last, when thiefnubu is no longer there. And guess what? He's going to get that in two places because he's already throwing his own people under the bus. To him, the Igbos are the problem. You get that now? And whatever anger or whatever displeasure they have with the system is not justified, since they have been given an appointment. He's making his own billions, hundreds of billions of stolen money. He's having the best time of his life. So right now he's presenting himself as the best candidate. He said, for now, thiefnubu is the president. And thiefnubu as your president is going to spend 8 years, meaning thiefnubu will be there till 2031, according to Umahi. And it's going to go back to the north. That is the presidency. So they will choose, thiefnubu will choose somebody from the north, and they will make him president. Umahi will become the vice president. So by 2039, Umahi will be the most qualified Igbo man. As he is, right? He said, I'm the most... Okay, listen to him. Umahi.
All the governors of Southeast are supporting, the President Tinubu second tenure. I saw a man that was running his mouth, and the man was saying the only place that you have, 100% support, a man has his region intact, is, in Southeast, and he was talking of my brother Peter Obi. If when the presidency will come to Southeast, I should be at the forefront because of my performance. And I've asked for debate. Anybody that feels otherwise, I created something out of this Ebonyi state. God used me to do it. And so we compare, governor to governor time and compare what you have done for Southeast. I beat my chest and said, listen, God has used me, President Bola has used me to better the laws of Southeast. You can tell me when else we had it this good. And so boldly we are saying that Southeast, we support President, supporting President for 2027. And there's no governor in Southeast that is not supporting the President. And governors are in charge of their states. You see Anambra, you see Enugu, you see Ebonyi. You've seen all that the governor is doing. You see Abia, my cousin, you see Imo, our leader. So we are very confident that we write our history. And as you're here, my advice for our people, the Igbos, is to re-engage. We can't get to presidency by sentiments. We have to re-engage, we have to support other regions, and at the time of God, nobody will stop it. It will come to us. And who knows, whether that time it will be the man standing by the other women standing.
Now to turn far. máa òkúta tó wà ń bẹ̀ máa yọ kúrò ń bẹ̀ máa sá bí ìgbà tó bá ń sa ẹ̀wà.
Politicians are so shameless enough that they seem to be living in their own bubble, in their own world. Ebonyi State is the poorest state in the entire southeast of Nigeria. Ebonyi State has the highest number of out-of-school children today in the entire southeast of Nigeria. In fact, Ebonyi is like the Zamfara of the southeast. Ebonyi, the place where this mofo was their governor. But because he's lucky enough that I think the state is so backward that somebody like Umahi is like a star in the shining armor. He was there for 8 years. He was constructing, a ridiculous road project where there is no traffic, abandoning their probably the supposed main township roads, community roads, and the rest of that, including healthcare, schools, and what have you. Ebonyi State has the highest number of out-of-school children in the entire southeast of Nigeria. But hey, he's building concrete road in Lagos. He's building bridges, and he's putting shed on the bridge. He's building bridges, not pedestrian bridges. He's building overhead. He actually built one overhead bridge in his state capital that you can sit down there for hours, and you probably will not count up to 20 cars that will pass it. Guess what? The overhead bridge, Ebonyi, so villagey, right? And then he put a shed on it, like roof on top the bridge. So it will be like a pedestrian. Meanwhile, it's actually, for cars. So they are so backward, right? That this guy feels so like a champion from somewhere in the eastern part of Nigeria. Then he made Ungwan Firu or something as the governor. Oh dear. Yeah? But hey, is the guy that is awarding contract of trillions of naira, 18 trillion, 3.6 trillion, 7 trillion, 4 trillion, 5 trillion, is swimming in money. A village man from Ebonyi State. A village champion from Ebonyi is looking at himself as he wants this national, this national star in APC, Aregbe. Umahi. I am pretty much like wishes that those who are like the real Igbos themselves, who mostly are not really interested in politics, unfortunately, right? Maybe some of them will look and see what has happened to the region, especially when you see that most of the Igbos you get to know, or they are adventurous, what have you out there, present them as people who are, smart, and then pretty much like a futuristic as well, right? Always on the go. But when you take a look at their career criminal politicians, they are pretty much like the weapon fashioned against the region. They are the ones behind the insecurity in the eastern part of Nigeria, from their Ebubeagu to their unknown gunmen, as well as their own sponsored militias here and there in the eastern part of Nigeria. They have been the ones who have collaborated with the murderous Boko Haram's regime in order to unleash the terror that sought to the killings. God knows how many numbers of young people in the eastern part of Nigeria. These guys, these ones, they will leak asses. They believe that they have to, the Igbos will say, "Oh, we don't bow for anyone. You can't force us to bow down for anyone. So if we bend our head, we are just showing respect, not out of submission or anything." Igbos will tell you that, right? But when you take a look at their politicians, oh my dear God, they are the dredge of the society. Like they are the dredge of the quality of their own. How can I put it? The quality of their foolery, right, is exceptional. Put it that way. So they are willing, to get ruled. I mean, just get trampled upon as long as they're going to get power. They will publicly condemn their own people Meanwhile, in that same Nigeria, where they're asking the Igbos to come and integrate this mofoso, come and integrate, in that same Nigeria, you have the Fulanis killing everybody all over the place. Nobody has said that the Fulanis needs to reintegrate to Nigeria. Or anybody who identifies as a politician, a Fulani politician, you must convince us. No, nobody is saying that. And these guys are going from one, from one state to the other, wreaking havoc, committing terrorism, kidnapping, raping, killing, and all of that stuff. Just like that. No one is saying that, because of this, so we can't trust the Fulani anymore. We cannot trust the Hausa Fulani anymore. They are murderers. They are people, nobody is saying that. But when you listen to an Igbo man that says, we Igbos, we have problem. It's because we need to try and integrate with other people. What are you talking about? Integrate. We have to try to stop criticizing Nigeria. We have to. If an Igbo politician is saying that, what do you expect a politician from other part of Nigeria to say? He was talking there. People were laughing. Yeah, because to them, what Peter Obi is doing, is a disruption. A disruption that normally an average Igbo man, right, who has managed to get to some level in his, in this life, and he knows what he did to get to where he is, right? So you can't push him around. And that's how it should be. You can't push him around without any kind of like a pushback. So what Peter Obi is doing to these guys is spoiling business for them, because if he should, to them, it's like whether he makes it or he fails, or it is going to affect them. Because they think they are smart, like Okoro Hausa, that was born in Jos, I've been there and raised him. Speaks Hausa very, very well. He was even reciting Shevna Fatia Abi, what's it be that in Quran during their APC primaries in 2023. Still, not a single person kind of looked at his side. Okoro Hausa, that one was more grounded though. That one they speak Hausa, he will meet with them, he will, he's been there with them for so long. What is his end? So when you look at these guys who are like going to the owners of Nigeria, just for what? For political appointments, for political contracts. And because of that, you see yourself as a second-class citizen in your own country. Now your country, Nigeria is supposed to be your country. If you're an Igbo man, a Gala man, a BBO, a Joe, Nigeria, this Nigeria now, as them put, is supposed to be your country. Everybody's supposed to get equal right. Nobody should look at you and say, you need to convince me. What the heck is that? But that's how they get to socially condition people. Nobody will tell me, a Yoruba man, that I need to integrate with anybody in Nigeria. What the fuck is that? Like you as a Yoruba man, nobody will trust you. You need to integrate. You need to show. You need to prove yourself that you can be trusted. I mean, Yoruba man, in that contraption, nobody's going to say that to me. But the moment an Igbo man says, in his own country, it's supposed to be his country. So when you see, when an Igbo man says, I want to be president, immediately, everyone becomes so agitated. Igbo man, hey, and you are supposed to have been in the same country. That's part of why I told you that you are deceiving yourself. You are lying to yourselves. Nigeria is not real. It is so fake that, those of you who call yourself Nigerians, you are so kind of like done for. If you are being honest too, you don't have a country. Or you are an Igbo man and you are beating your chest that you are a Nigerian. How more delusion do you think you are going to need before you get to realize that you are fooling yourself? I'm not saying that it can't be, and I think that's what this guy, Peter Obi, is trying to actually show. Like, you can't put limitation on my way. You can't tell me I can't be this, I can't be that. Like, I've been told that all my life because I'm an Igbo man. Oh yeah, well no, you can't say that I can be whatever I want to be. That ambition alone is not only offending the likes of thiefnubu, who told him that what audacity would an Obi have to say he wants to contest the election with thiefnubu. Have you not heard that? I have heard this ronukus, Lagos Abobakus, all these lori brukus, that they were like, from where to where? Obi to thiefnubu. And that is actually not coming from whatever, I mean, it's not coming from what they actually possess. So like, yeah, it is coming from the formation of this contraption Nigeria. Do you get that now? So there are Yorubas who believe that what will make an Igbo man say he won't contest election against thiefnubu? Do you understand what that means? There are people who believe that Obi's ambition is an insult. In Nigeria, supposed Nigerians, so yeah, there are people who believe that Obi's ambition is an insult to the likes of thiefnubu and maybe Atiku. Yeah, there are those who believe that. And you are supposed to be in the same country. You are supposed to be the same, you have the same right. But you know that you don't have the same right in that contraption. You know, you do know that, do you? And if you don't, I'm reminding you, you don't have any equal right. That's the reality. Your right in that contraption depends on where you come from and maybe your social class. You know? So the devil Umahi that is going to become the Emefiole of thiefnubu's regime went to the north last year. It was promising them that they had to, thiefnubu want to construct a Sokoto to Badagry road. Phase 1, they go complete that one in 2027. So if you want him to complete the phase 2, make sure you vote for him or an Igbo man. In Sokoto, they look at him, they laugh. Look at this one. Look at this idiot. I don't know, maybe they even probably see themselves like how people see them. I'm talking about their criminal politicians now. Like, do they know? Do they hear all these horrible things that people like Onofunuga says about them? Like, do they just ignore that, like brush it aside and say, no, it doesn't matter. You are right. You are right. We are this. Everything you say about us is true. Like, just to get the political appointment, get political patronage, be able to control the resources of the commonwealth of your people in your states without anyone challenging it or what have you. That's all you need. Now, they can call the Igbos any name they want to call them. They are right. It's true. For appointments. God damn it, man. Yeah. Was him last year in Sokoto, talking to the Sokoto people.
Of that moment to perform certain functions. And I believe strongly that by the divine coming of President Tinubu, one of the key things that God wants him to do is to realize this dream of 48 years, which no any other president had the courage to attempt. And this project is having 6 lanes. Normally 3 lanes is 11.55, but I've increased it to 12 meters so that vehicles can easily pass without touching themselves. And so the 6 lanes from Sokoto to Badagry, we have faced it in construction and funding. And the president, you must have to appreciate him. Even though he's from Southwest, he's a man who believes that every part of this country is his own. And that's why he said the Sokoto, when you look at the name of the road, it was called Badagry Sokoto during the Shagari administration. But it was President Tinubu that changed it to Sokoto Badagry because he wants it to start from Sokoto, and that's why we are here to make his directive come true. And so we have faced this project, phase 1, 120 kilometers in Sokoto State. We further phase this 120 kilometer into phase 1A and phase 1B. We have awarded the contract through selective tendering procurement. And when people attack me, I've always said I've broken no law. Whether it's procurement, whether it's making sure this project is in the appropriation, I have broken no law. My PAM secretary is a technocrat and is a procurement officer. Even if I were going to break one, he will not let me break one. And so I'm not afraid of any attack. our hands are very clean. This first phase is for 36 months, but the president will never let it be. He asked me, Umahi, how many years do you want to finish this project? I said, let me find out from the contractor. Now we had a meeting and agreed that this section is going to start in 3 independent sections, which means that the machines you see in one section is what you see in second section, is what you see in third section. And that is what we are going to do. So before 2027, this phase 1A will finish. Do you want phase 2A to finish? Sokoto people, do you want phase 1A, 1B to finish? Yeah, it's going to start around 2027. You know what to do. You did it before. You know what to do. The president you trust is the only one who will finish it. Because if others had the courage, 48 years, they would have attempted it. But no one did. A man of courage, a divine president. He will finish it, but he needs time to finish it. And like His Eminence said, we are working day and night. But 3 years is too small to finish.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
Let me tell you how I came by the name Devil Umahi, because I coined that, among many other names I've probably coined in the past. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given or granted bail, was it bail? Yeah, bail. During his trial, right? It was Devil Umahi who first approached him as the person they sent, the person the Bokwari and gang sent to go and talk to Nnamdi Kanu and make him an offer, to make him offer. So when he met with Nnamdi Kanu, right, he pretended that he cared for the Biafrans or the people of the southeast of Nigeria. So, and it was around the time, yeah, that the hopeless Uzodimba and his own, what do you call it, his own criminality was just taking shape in Imo. Then they called a meeting, like a summit, to Enugu, where back then, all of the southeast governors attended, and some other political, you know that old man that is dead now. So they called this meeting in Enugu. At that meeting, Nnamdi Kanu presented 11-point demand that you seated here now be the Igbo leaders, political leaders. Whatever you guys decide here to do would have a lasting impact on the rest of the Igbo, on the rest of Igbo land, if you stick to it. He gave them this list, 11 demand, not demand per se, just proposal 11, where he told them to do everything, use their supposed unity, right, to have the passage of way, dredge the River Niger, have this channel, link it to the what do you call it, to the Atlantic Ocean, where you can actually have your own seaport. If you can have dry seaport, you can, where you have dry seaport, you can also have the proper port as well, even if it's not sea. First proposal. Invest in this and keep our youth at home so that we can stop the emigration of young Igbos outside the Igbo land. It will create jobs. Invest in electricity that you can see this is the southeast electricity that will provide 24 hours electricity for the people of here, that will improve businesses and probably jumpstart, manufacturing or a view. He advised them that the Fulani terrorists and their sponsor, they have concluded their onslaught on the plan on onslaught to attack the southern part of Nigeria. And for us as Igbos, it is better they are well prepared. He suggested that they have an internal, like, the proper local Southeast security, in which he had to go and start it himself after, like a year or two after Nnamdi Kanu. That was when they tried to kill him anyway. So you see all these proposals. None of it, not a single one said, give me money, give me this, or give that. No. It was basically about Igbo land. In fact, he said, if you can do all of this, I will slow down my Biafra agitation. Umahi was the speaker when they came out of that meeting in Enugu, the Enugu government house. Umahi read the whole, points or resolution that they will work on it. It was about 3 weeks later or so that the Nigerian army invaded Afaraoku in Abia State, Nnamdi Kanu's house, family house, killed 28 young people in front of that house that day. 28. And then they missed Nnamdi Kanu. Guess who was behind all of that? Umahi. They said he once told Nnamdi Kanu that if Nnamdi Kanu is not going to stop Biafra agitation, they will bring up another group that will begin to campaign against Biafra agitation, and they will call them Biafrans too. So Nnamdi Kanu established ESN when the Fulani terrorism began to crept into the eastern part of Nigeria. He started ESN. Do you know those who came after him? Umahi. Not only did Umahi went back to Bokwari to tell Bokwari that the best thing is to take him out. Yeah. It was actually the arrowhead. That's why when you hear him talk, you can tell that he has been involved in so many horrible things against the Igbos. And that's why he can come out and say, oh, the reason why we need to integrate, we need to cooperate with other part of Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. It was him. It wasn't even Hopeless Uzodimgba. Hopeless Uzodimgba has publicly defended the IPOB in church, on TV. He has publicly defended and said, no. The level of criminality we are seeing right now is politically sponsored. Hopeless Uzodimgba said that. This Umahi said that if I didn't just say that, Nnamdi Kanu started ESN. A month later, Umahi put together what he called Ebube Lizard. Nnamdi Kanu set up ESN to protect farmers, farming men and women, in the eastern part of Nigeria against the Fulani terrorists. Umahi put together Ebube, gave them uniform, gave them guns to be hunting down the ESN. Not the Fulani terrorists, though. Not the Fulanis that are actually like, because Umahi needs to prove to Bokwari that they couldn't do or clip the wing of Nnamdi Kanu. They were the ones who went to him to prescribe IPOB. Yeah. Southeast governor, led by this Umahi. That's why I call him Umahi. You understand? It wasn't like just saying that out of because I don't like him. And for every one of them that I kind of talk about, I have their history, I have their action, I have every atrocity they've committed. I have all this on record. Do you understand? So that guy, pretty much like, is not alone. No, I want to say is a gone. But you also have a solo dump. You have others too, like they scattered everywhere. They're doing everything to at least convince Nigeria that they can be trusted. You can trust us. And every now and then when they see this Peter Obi and is obedient talking about Nigeria, it's like he's spoiling business for them. You want to be president of Nigeria, as he should be. Umahi is looking forward to becoming either a minister in another government or a vice president, a spare tire in another government. And that will be enough for him as an Igbo man. He's contented. He's okay. Don't be ambitious. Don't be ambitious. You need to integrate with who in your country. Eh? And if they can't be no, it is Nigeria that should be accommodating them all. Do you understand? Not them trying to convince Nigeria anymore. Because to them, they're like, well, they don't need to convince you anymore. They are done. Let's have a referendum and let those who want to be part of Nigeria vote no to Biafra. And those who want to leave Nigeria, let them vote yes. Do that, and this wahala will be gone. I think they actually are aware that if Nigeria should break up tomorrow, most of these guys won't return to Biafra. Many of them will leave the entire continent. They will relocate to Europe, relocate to America, never to go back there anymore. There's a chance that there will be those that they will use their blood to cleanse the land when Biafra finally comes. So they dread it. They dread it, and they will do everything as long as they are getting their own crumb from the system, right? They will do anything and everything to keep it that way. Let me show you something else. They had their charade yesterday, and there's so many things that happened. APC, Aregbe, they have declared victory. They said they had by-election in 16 constituencies, and APC won in 13, right? And because of that, a lot of them are kind of like saying, well, you see, if we told you that nobody can remove thiefnubu, it will be like, they have been like all over the place all this while, which is good. Others are already saying that their coalition and what have you is dead on arrival. Again, everybody is having the opinion around it and all that, and possibly makes them believe that it's a waste of time to try to want to challenge a Kolu in 2027. So, and that's very good. You know why it is very good? I've done a program on that before. I did one and said, I like the confidence. Do you understand? The confidence that makes you feel like how you want to somebody who was not president, and they tried to stop him. That's what he said. He said they tried to stop him, and he still beat them. Bukwari didn't try to stop thiefnubu. If you wanted to stop thiefnubu, they will stop him. But of course, maybe for thiefnubu's own kind of like ways, right, where you can buy anybody buyable. So he's already built a ring around Bukwari, but they can still get him a cutoff at the time. So Bukwari wanted his party to remain in power by crook or hook. And that's how thiefnubu was able to succeed in his own scheme and scheming that got him there. But yeah, you are right. He's now the one in charge. So are you sure he is in charge? Or just that Nigerians have possibly kind of like being, coward, so to say, because you have more people who have given up than those who seems not to have given up, because I still see those who believe that we have to fight. We must fight for that. We must, other stuff. So yesterday, they had their charade everywhere. The same complaint, rigging, manipulation, intimidation, and of course, vote buying. So in Zamfara, a young man was seen to be lamenting because Patawale, the Minister of Security, the Minister of Defense, states under thiefnubu, the guy was governor of Zamfara for 4 years. He stole over 200 billion naira of the state money. Serious story. True story. When he was leaving, the guy took 47 cars. No. Actually took more than that. I think they took about 97 cars. It was like almost 100 cars. So his own successor had to send people after him. So they got some back. But all these expensive, exotic cars he bought as governor for himself, for his wife, and other, over 40 of them. 40. It took them away from the government house. Guess what? he actually told everybody that it is his right. The guy should go and buy his own car. Like, you bought the cars with public fund. These are government properties, right? So they had to go to court. And the court just ruled that, yes, they should take the cars from him. He's a minister under thiefnubu. When he lost in the state, he became a minister under thiefnubu. And he's planning to go back and complete his term. When he was their governor, for straight 4 years, the guy was living in the US. If he wasn't in the US with his fourth wife, he would be in Abuja with his second and third wife. Why the senior wife stays in Zamfara back then? I don't know where she stays now. And guess what? He married the 3 wives when he became governor. He had 1 wife when he wanted to be governor in 2019. By 2023, he's already married 3. 1 lives in America. In fact, it's because she wanted, she put to bed. They wanted American baby. So the guy was there in Zamfara too to spread the intimidation of the APC. And this guy is speaking in Hausa, by the way, telling us what he suffered in the hands of Batawale's thugs just for by-election.
Gani a matsayin mu muna da muna 'yan siyasa manyan mu suna ɗaukar mu te wurin taro girma da arziki mu dawo amma wai yanzu nan an zo ga abin da bai kai kama ba wai mutawalle ya turo sojoji wai sun zo wai saka jiki wai sun zo suna ta samun mu suna ta bugu mi ya faru da kai da an da wanga abin ya kasance yanzu ne abin da ya faru da ni nan ne tambaya ta suka kai dan mine ne ce musu ni dan PDP ne sojoji wai sai suka ce ma wai ga kwata nan ne in kwanta nan wai sun kai ta bugu na ni kwanta cikin kwata wai kai dan PDP ne ko ni ce ni dan PDP ne to kai da asalin wani gari ne sun ka samu da asalin ba nan inda hakari na ice ne hannu ana na kara ga kuma nan abin da hakari na wallahi gani amma
they don't want to see PDP. This PDP, get out. So Batawale and his thugs. There's another one called Unaji. That one is in Enugu. He's thiefnubu's minister too, I think. Right, but people had to resist him. All in an effort. So they accused him of trying to come and bribe people for the election or something. But Peter Obi call, I think they are friends, so now they had to stop him too. Uche Naji, I think he's called.
There is no way. I'm the they want to know why the minister is as a minister. Which one? Concerns the minister. How can you say that? With all due respect, sir, you are not supposed to be here. As a minister, you are not even supposed to be here. You are not an agent. You are not. You don't have any business here. You don't have any simple business. You're not supposed to be as a minister. As a minister, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. You just want to post job is not good. You're not supposed to be here. It's not yourself. You're not supposed to be here. Why are you here? Why are you here?
That was yesterday. Oh, there is more. I picked some of the clips because I wanted to pile them together. They've announced that APC won out of 16, and they won 13. So the remaining 3 shared by PDP, I think, and APGA. Oh, talking about APGA, Soludom, and his own candidate. So something happened too yesterday, and I think that's all right. So what happened? The deputy governor and the deputy governor of APGA, as well as the governorship candidate of APC ahead, they two clashed at a polling unit in Oraifite in Anambra too. I'll show you. Oh, it's not the one. Here.
How can he harass me? He can't harass me. Which guy buying the party? What do you mean by that? Are we not talking with mouth? Can't you talk with your mouth? What is your problem? Guys, keep your are you a candidate? Are you a candidate? Everybody nobody is moving. Are we going your cars here? They are not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. God, you can ram me up. Ram me up. Did you say we cannot be here? You cannot be here. You have no business to be here. A deputy governor. Not an election. You are deputy governor. You cannot go. You are not police. You think? You are not police. Are you police? Why are you going around? Community. So you have to right to go to every community am I pulling it. I can be my community and pulling it. Hi, Jesus Christ. Let's
I was like, huh? Jesus Christ. He's so surprised. Like, you will burn my car. He told him there, that guy, the other guy is a governorship candidate of APC in Anambra. So telling Soludom's deputy that we will burn your cars here. Yeah. Oh, more people they mad, people they mental. The deputy governor himself was shocked. He had to talk back and be like, people they mad, like, I bet that's what he was probably thinking in his head, like, oh, more people they crazy. So it wasn't supposed to be there. He never voted there. He's not from the place. He's not from the units as well, right? But it's just like, walking about to ensure that APGA wins. And APGA was declared winner of the senatorial districts. You remember that guy that died in London? Something like, what's his name again? Remember that guy that died in London, that senator? Yeah, that's his own seat. They were, yeah. Uba, is that his name? I think that was Anambra. In another place, in Adamawa, they caught APC, Aregbe's national vice chairman, with what they call the beavers, the machine they are using to take pictures and all that, meant for the INEC, right? It was caught with one. I'll show you.
Aduba kasensi.
It's an unreal place. You get it. So, still talking about their elections, okay? Still covering that they are supposed elections. Again, remember, the election took place in 16 places, 12 states, 16 constituencies. Do you understand what that means, right? It simply means out of 36 states in Nigeria, 24 of them plus Abuja didn't participate, just 12. And it is not even like a statewide election. It's called by-election, meaning certain small space here, here, and there. While other people could possibly continue with their normal daily, also without participating in any election, which that it shouldn't be too much for INEC, your INEC to handle. But guess what? From Zamfara, not Zamfara, Nasarawa, but they had to make it inconclusive in 2025. I say that again. No, I'm not saying they conducted election in 12 states, the whole state. No. Yes, 12 states, but 16 constituencies. 16. So which means in some states, the election is just taking place in maybe just one local government, or maybe 2 local government areas. Do you get that now? Or maybe 3. It's not the whole state. In Zamfara, Zamfara is one of the smallest states in Nigeria, right? And they say I did conclusive there too. 2027, you can see all the pointers from now. Yeah, Zamfara, I think.
There are 2 registration areas that were affected by cancellation, not overvoting. Sakajiki, with code 06, had 2 affected PUs. Of total registered voters 1357, and PBC collected 1298. While Chambarawa with code 05, number of PUs affected were 3. Number of registered voters are 4088. Number of PVC collected in those areas is 1964. The total number of registered voters where this election has not taken place or has been cancelled is 5,446. 5446. Number of PVC collected in those areas is 3,265. 3265. Now, the margin of difference between the leading political party that scores 7001 with the second runner-off or first runner-off PDP that scores 5,339 is 1,662. 1662. This margin is less than the total number of PVC collected in the areas where election was cancelled, going by the condition provision of the law in the manual for election officials, page 73, note 30, condition for rerun and supplementary elections. Item B, it says, where the margin of lead between the two leading candidates in an election is not in excess of the total number of collected PVCs of polling unit where elections were not held or were cancelled in line with section 24, subsection 2 and 3, section 47, subsection 3, and section 51, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act 2022, the returning officer shall decline to make a return until polls have been conducted in the affected polling units and the result collated into a new Form EC8DA and subsequently recorded into Form EC8E for declaration and return. So based on this session that I just caught, like I said, the differences between the leading party and the first runner-up is 1,662, while the number of PVC collected in those council area is 3,265. This election will not be declared. We have to go for supplementary election. Is therefore declared inconclusive. Thank you.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Man, they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. Oh. Now mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise.
You know why I'm showing you all of that? Why I'm showing you that, right? Because that is going, I mean, these are just like the pointers. Oh, sorry about that. You can't hear me. I'll tell that again. Do you know why I'm showing you that video? I'm showing you all of this. It's because in a year and a half, the same scenario is going to be playing out in that contraption, and they're going to call it election. A lot of you are going to sit down there. You're going to be seeing all these funny, crazy videos, right? And then you'll be like, man, again, no, that contraption can't be helped. It can't be saved. It's got to perish to save lives of those who are still here now, or else it will take all our lives. Can I assure you of that? You know, they can't elect their leaders. The criminals won't let that happen. The entire system is so broken that people wait for 4 years to repeat the same madness. No chance of probably doing it differently, right? They wait for 4 years. You wait, you sit down and wait. And then you watch them snatch ballot paper as ballot boxes, falsify election results, attack people, and they will still announce winners. Yeah, inconclusive election. In by-election, inconclusive, because they have more voters than the accredited voters. Let me say they have more votes than the accredited voters in 2025. So underage voters, so children voting, you're going to see a lot of that in your 2027. Like, you are actually going to have to live with that because it is northern Nigeria. Beavers, IRF, all those things, right? They use them when they want to, and they can drop them and say, no, we don't want to use them because they are too slow. And yet, the law says that the election conducted with them is the valid one. Any election conducted outside that arrangement is wrong. No, not in northern Nigeria. They will push it in. And the rest of you will think that logically, right, horrible people should not be in government. Then you get the horrible people empowered again. And you are just going to be seated there like dejected, like. Another 4 years, 2031, we go again. Baba, in 2015. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm just saying this to the. In 2015, you joined them to shout change, change, change. Next devil. We'll go again next year. Here you are with the renewed shege, where people are now like, tearing their blood, because of this Kolu. Being power, So you do it, and you see all these, you see all of these Nigerians, especially from northern Nigeria, where they don't give them more than 500 naira. Now, the southern Nigeria, that they give you 10,000, 15,000. There, they just gather all the almajiris. Give the money to their sheikh, Abifik, and then they order them around. And you, where they use sense, they choose candidate. I have to. They will pick the rogues, they will pick the criminals, and the INEC will ratify it, and you will live through it. We'll do it again next 4 years. You do it, you're going to be doing that every for 4 years. In 2015, I was, how old was I in 2015? I think I was 31. Just a little bit, or maybe above 30. Wow. Yeah. Today, I am about to become, I'm going to clock 42. In January, I'm going to clock 42. Oh my, I mean, not in that about 42. So by your 2027, I'll be 43. By 2031, I will be 47. By 2035, I will be 51. So you living in that contraption, you should begin to add those years to your age. I don't know how old you are right now. You should begin to first go back to when they started this journey of ruin that they have pushed you into. Go back to how old you were. And how old do you think you're going to be by 2031? 2039? If you make it that far. So yeah, you can join them and shout on your mandate. But a system that will not allow you to elect and choose your own leaders is actually a system that you can say a weapon fashioned against you. You shouldn't be backing that. You should not be backing that. If I have a chance of advising you, I'll say, you shouldn't. It's called self-sabotaging. Still on their elections, okay? Here's another one, by the way. So in Ibadan, no, this one is conclusive. It was concluded. Anyway.
Olatuji has dropped at Dewale, APC, 8312 votes, 8,312 votes. Odushusi Olajumoke Olabisi of Abga, 40 votes. Oyekunle Fola Sunday, PDP, 18404, 18,404. Abdulkadir Lamiya Oluwatoyin of SDP, 88 votes. 88 votes. And Hamid Badmos of ZLP, 18 votes. I, Professor Abiodun Oluwafemi, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the 2025 Ibadan North Federal Constituency election held on the 16th August 2025. The election was contested and the candidate received the votes as announced. The highest number of votes of 18,404 was obtained by Oyekunle Fola Sunday. That Oyekunle Fola Sunday of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned. God bless
you. Professors. Again, I shared that video with you so that you can see that now the university professors, lecturers, deans, and name it, they are the one that works with INEC. And usually they are the ones that helps them in perfecting the rigging. And they are also the number one, or should I say, one of the early victims, or the early would-be victims of the same people they are rigging in. They won't pay their salaries. They won't promote them. They won't pay their pension as at when due until they protest. Nigeria is, God damn it, man. But yeah, that went well because, like I said, the party controlling the state can always take advantage of these scattered mini elections in order to force their own candidate on the people. It's not always like that during the general election. It can be a little bit more tense than that. That requires much resources to coordinate and rig and put together, but not like this one. So a lot of people are saying that the Peter Obi's Labour Party, Hell-Rufaya Kaduna Little Fingers SDP, Atikus ADC, they didn't show up. In fact, it was like a total flop. Others said that ordinarily they shouldn't even have participated, like you are just 5 weeks old. That's like, no. It is the coalition that is 5 weeks old or 6 weeks old. ADC has been in existence for a while. They won nothing. Good to say. However, more will leave their charade for now. There is a video. I am sharing this video with you because a lot of you probably have seen or heard the news that they stoned Aregbesola kabiru in Sagamu. I don't have that evidence, but when I saw that video, and I'm like, I'm gone. There's nothing on the video that I could say it was Aregbesola kabiru. And also, there is nothing in that video that shows that it was Sagamu. Or unsurprisingly, rather, the ronukus are the ones who uploaded this video. And you know something? They are currently working on what they called a total rejection of anybody, any Yoruba that wants to campaign against thiefnubu in Yorubaland will not be allowed. I wanted to know they are already on that one. So the likes of Aregbesola kabiru and others that are still not showing up, right? So the ronukus, the Ronu bandits, the Ronu Nazis. So they are currently mobilizing themselves to say they need a strong backing so that to make sure that nobody will campaign against thiefnubu in Yorubaland. I don't know if they would have that resources, but if you have paid attention very well all this while, these groups are being sponsored by thiefnubu himself. These hateful rhetorics you are hearing here and there, this toxicity and all that, right? This bigotry, tribalism, religion, they are sponsored by thiefnubu himself. So when you see those who are claiming to be Yoruba Ponu, as you know them, right? The Ronu bandits. They don't give a damn about Yorubaland. It's about thiefnubu. But they have to use Yoruba as a cover to make you think that it's because they care for Yorubaland that much. They don't give a damn about Yorubaland. Now, if they did, by the way, there's a chance that most of them will be on the street right now calling for the head of thiefnubu, like we will cut off your head. Though. Why would the Yoruba still be subjected to this kind of But they don't care. So they have been sharing this video. Again, like I said, I do not have the authenticity of this video. I'm going to share it too. Because, yeah, there's something I want to say to this video. After it, rather. So, those of you who are preparing for your what you witnessed in Lagos in 2023, you are going to witness something worse than that in their 2027. It's going to start from actually shooting into the crowd, shooting people in any rally, any gathering, or what have you. Once it is considered as an attempt to remove thiefnubu, anything coalition ADC in Yorubaland, these guys are currently mobilizing to ensure that they will not allow anybody to. And they are being very intentional. They are mentioning Aregbesola kabiru. They said they will chase him out of Yorubaland. And people like him, they have their names. They have, for thiefnubu. Here is where the video they said Aregbesola was stoned in Sagamu. This place doesn't look like Sagamu, but I've been away for a while. You can tell me, right? Can you tell me if this is Sagamu? Did you hear the first statement from someone there, the voice that said, ni sorire, that's not Sagamu. But the ronukus are sharing this video that Aregbesola was stoned. And Aregbesola, no, he won't be driving like he's a state governor. That one looks like a governor's convoy, right? Anyway, the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because the ronukus are sharing the video, encouraging themselves that, anywhere where we see all these people are betrayers. These people are Yoruba betrayers. They are betraying thiefnubu. They are collaborating with other people to remove thiefnubu. They are enemy of Yoruba. That's the message right now. Which means they are currently riling Yorubas against their fellow Yorubas who doesn't support thiefnubu. So now think if you are not a Yoruba man. You may think, oh, these Yoruba people did, That's why I said that don't say that. Don't use that blanket statement. These guys hate Yoruba. They hate Yorubas. To them, thiefnubu the druggie is their own Yoruba leader. Do you understand? Like thiefnubu is their own Yoruba leader. Anybody who doesn't support thiefnubu, to them, as they have been told, is enemy of Yorubaland. So now me as a Yoruba man, I will be targeted by my fellow Yorubas. I could be killed. Yeah, I could be attacked. I could be hurt, like harmed. I'm a Yoruba man. So you that is not a Yoruba man, you are so angry that some Yorubas are abusing you. Some Yorubas are this or that. And because of that, you started calling Yorubas names, forgetting the fact that if these guys, these fanatics, if this guy, most of them are religious fanatics too. You get it now? They are religious fanatics. That's why the violence that they preach seems to be something that is so synonymous with their religion too. You know why I said that? So these guys are almost like, if not because, they were not Yorubas in this sense, they would have put a fatwa on people like us. In fact, they've put a fatwa on us. It's just that they don't have the liver to really do it, like their fellow Fulani terrorists. These guys don't represent Yorubaland. They hate Yoruba. They hate Yorubaland, but they don't know. Because to them, thiefnubu, right, is the best thing to happen to the people of Yorubaland, for sake. Eh? So they will go ahead, attack their fellow Yorubas, and even kill one if they have to kill them. So if you're an Igbo man or an Hausa or Fulani or what have you, and somehow you think that the Yorubas are behind thiefnubu, if the Yorubas are behind thiefnubu, some Yorubas will not be plotting to kill their fellow Yorubas or thiefnubu. You know? So yeah, they said he was stoned in Sagamu. I do not have any evidence of that other than that video. That video proves nothing. Nah. I don't mind them kind of like, stoning all these guys. So it's just Aregbesola, kabiru, Kolu, rats, and everything that is associated with them, and everyone that is associated with them. I wouldn't mind to see them stoned like that, chased away. When ronukus are ganging up to cause terrorism in Yorubaland, it is ideal to remind everyone that these are a bunch of terrorists in Yorubaland too. They are political terrorists too. They will do anything, they will go any length, they will kill for thiefnubu, and that is political terrorism. They don't see it that way though. Just want you to know that the same way you think they hate you, they hate themselves too. They hate their tribe too. And that's why some people are saying that after thiefnubu, what's going to happen to this ronukus? So, well, they'll find their water go find in level now. What happened to those who were with this guy in Ibadan, Adedibu in Ibadan? They had to find their level. Adedibu's son, who is a stark illiterate, became a senator. He would have become a governor for your state if his father lived longer than that. Yeah, they would have made him a governor for your state. A stark illiterate too. I'm going to say stark. I'm talking about, don't want me to describe it. But once that time comes, they will fizzle out eventually. And I hope that the real Omoluabis will begin to actually really speak up. All of you Omoluabis, the real Yoruba, you need to begin to speak up. These animals, these mofos, right? They have brought so much disgrace to Yorubaland, and thiefnubu that they are doing it for is even failing the Yorubas more. But they don't care. They don't care Yoruba. They don't care about it. It's about thiefnubu and whatever it is they are promising them. Our people in Okeode, in a fellow local government area of Kwara State, Kwara South to be precise, they have been under the siege. They have been in the news repeatedly again and again and again. There is no ronuku that gives a damn about them. Trust me, they don't care. The Fulani kill them, kill the Oba, kill everybody. They don't care. The only time they will care is when you say thiefnubu has failed, thiefnubu must go, and then they will come for you. They don't give a damn about Yorubaland. They don't give a damn about their fellow Yorubas. These are a bunch of useless Omoales in Yorubaland, but they don't see it that way. They call them people Omoale. Okay, our people are on the run from their own communities because of Fulani terrorists. But I read this somewhere where a ronuku said he is very happy that it is okay for Fulani to kill our kings than for any Igbo man to come and buy land in Lagos. The way they not get one spoon, what do you call spoon to his name? So you as a Yoruba person, you read such comment and be like, so Fulani killing our people, killing the Fulani terrorists, killing our own Obas. They killed 3 Obas in a space of 5 days in Ekiti. Nothing happened. No ronuku felt so angry. No. So that's where you're going to know that these ones don't give a damn about Yorubaland. But take a look at this. This one happened today. Okay. That's the same one. Who was the other day when I was sharing that clip of the same Okeode in a fellow local government area of Kwara State? And somebody dropped a comment and said, are you sure this is are you sure this story is true? And I'm like, I was like, oh my God. Kind of. Like, I wish I could just be like, who gave you phone? Unfortunately, it is very true. And today, from the same area. In fact, from the text message I got, listen to this the following communities, right? The communities like the communities as Sabe, Ologomo, Abiologomo, I don't know if I pronounce that right, Alabe, and Babanla, and especially this particular one, Okeode. Take a look. Take a look.
Anybody can tap on that and want to go by. Sorry, Jari. Only now colonial, you want to put away. So, Tiquara, Colon Colava. And no Kedela by you. Okay, the Ìjọba kan ṣàánú wa. Gbogbo àwọn náà ń kó ní gbogbo ìgbà náà ń kó lẹ́nu àtàrọ̀ tí mo ti ń bọ̀ láti Àjàṣẹ́ dé Òkè Ọ̀dẹ báyìí sìn. Àwọn tí a ti pàdé lójú ọ̀nà tán ti ń kó kúrò mọ́tò tí mo ti pàdé ti lé 10. Gbogbo oníkàkún ló ń di ẹrù àwọn tó ń bọ̀ iná àwọn náà ń kó ẹrù lọ ni o. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń kó lọ ni ẹ o. Látọ̀nà bàbá ńlá náà ti ń bọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀. Oníkàkún ń kó lọ náà ní kọ́ lọ́n kú làwà. Òkè Ọ̀dẹ lèmi wà báyìí. Ẹ bá rí gáràjì Òkè Ọ̀dẹ làwà yìí. Gáràjì Òkè Ọ̀dẹ làwà yìí. Àwọn mọ́tò tó wà ní gáràjì yìí wọ́n fẹ́ wá kó wá sí gbogbo wọn ti lọ sí ọ̀nà Sàgbẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ lọ kó àwọn yẹn láti Sàgbẹ̀ wá àwọn tó ń sá lọ tí wọ́n ń kẹ́rù so tẹ́ bá rí mi sìn gáràjì Sàgbẹ̀ Òkè Ọ̀dẹ mo wà yìí sìn so gbogbo àwọn mọ́tò wọn ti lọ sọ́nà Sàgbẹ̀ lọ kó àwọn èèyàn tẹ́ bá rí àwọn kan tó sẹ̀ fún wọn àwọn kan sẹ̀ tó kẹ́rù dé sìn táwọn náà ń sá lọ mọ́tò wọn àwọn ẹrù wọn ló wà nílẹ̀ yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sìn ọlọ́run kó là wá gbé kọ́ gọ́fúnà Kwara ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀ràn wá lọ́wọ́ gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo àdúgbò wa yìí ó ń dẹ́rù bà gbogbo àmọ́ tá a fẹ́ ṣe mọ́ ẹjọ́ tó lọ́run àfi àsìkò yìí ké sí gọ́fúnà àti gbogbo àwọn tó wá dé wà ń kó àṣẹ gbogbo òlu tí ó fọkànbalẹ̀ tẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀ kò fọkànbalẹ̀ mọ́ báyìí o àwọn tá a nílé ẹ̀mí wọ balẹ̀ lé wọn lórí orí àwọn táwọn ń dálẹ̀ náà ojú wa ń rí tó ń bẹ̀ náà ká tó wá lákàrún tá a tó wá gbọ́kànlé ńlẹ̀ ká tó máa fọ ìfẹ̀mí balẹ̀ ó sú wa ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o gbogbo àwọn mọ́tò ń bí látàrọ̀ sí láti Sàgbẹ̀ náà ti lọ ń kérò tó ń kó gbogbo èèyàn jáde tán sáko àtọ̀kádà àti gbogbo èèyàn tẹ́ bá rí gáràjì Òkè Ọ̀dẹ mo wà yìí gbogbo àwọn onímọ́tò lẹ́rìí àti tírélà Dangote náà fi ń kẹ́rù gbogbo wọn lẹ́rìí ìdí mọ́tò la wà yìí o gbogbo àwọn èèyàn kọ́dà ẹlòmíì fi ọ̀kadà gbé bẹ́ẹ̀dì sáńdì gbogbo ẹ̀ káàkiri so kọ́lọ́n kó là wá o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o ẹ dákun Kwara State Government ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ìlú Òkè Ọ̀dẹ la wà yìí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ń sápò ń lu ajínigbé ti sọ gbogbo òlu di ahoro báyìí Ọlọ́run ṣá là wá o ẹ dákun ẹ gbà wá o ìlú la wà yìí o Olúwa kó là wá ní àmọ́ tá a ṣe o kó sú wa o gbogbo nígbà kó ń kó lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ni o everywhere náà ti ń kó lọ o Ọlọ́run là wá o. tọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ bá pósì kíní kó dọ́dọ̀ gba Kwara State Government ẹ dákun gbogbo ló tutù ká tán o àwọn ará Sàgbẹ̀ náà tó lọ kó wáyé o tẹ́rì wọ́n kó wọn lọ o ẹ̀rí mọ́tò ló wà lọ́kàn náà kóró síbẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ báyìí gbogbo ìlú báyìí ẹ̀rù ń ba gbogbo èèyàn o ẹ wo àwọn aráàlú lélẹ́yìí o Òkè Ọ̀dẹ la wà báyìí o gáràjì Òkè Ọ̀dẹ la wà báyìí báyìí ń ṣe fídíò báyìí ẹ dákun ìjọba ẹ là wá o ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lé yóò lé wa mọ́ o láyé ọjọ́ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké wọn lè lọ sílùú kẹrin ìlú karùn-ún àsìkò tá a wáyé àgbàlagbà gan olé ni kò lè dárìn mọ́ láàrin aginjù Ọlọ́run kó là wá o ìjọba Kwara ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ dákun ẹ ṣàánú wa o èmi tí mò ń sọ lélẹ́yìí Gani Babatunde lórúkọ tèmi ń jẹ́ ẹ dákun ìlú Òkè Ọ̀dẹ la wà yìí ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ dákun gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yóò ti sú wa o ẹ̀rí gbogbo àwọn ṣe ń di ẹrù kó ń lé ẹrù náà kóde yìí o náà sálọ yìí o ẹrù láti Sàgbẹ̀ ọlọ́gọ́mọ̀ lọ gbogbo ọ̀nà bàbá ńlá wọn kẹrù wọn sálọ báyìí ni o ẹ dákun tó Ọlọ́run ìlú ìtú sú wa o ó sú wa o àtàlábẹ àti gbogbo ìlú ló ti tú o ẹ dákun ṣẹ́ni táwọn èèyàn ń sọ káàkiri báyìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o tó ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí kò yé wa o gbogbo nígbà fún sápò ń lu o ọ̀rọ̀ olóhùn alọ́wọ́ ẹ dákun o sọ́ọ́rí gbogbo àwọn kéèké náà ogun wọn ṣe kó wọn káàkiri lé ní ẹ̀rí àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀rí gbogbo oníkàkú sápò ń lé ní o tá a bá sá lọ bí ìmọ̀ láti fẹ́ sá lọ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ìjọba Kwara ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tó lọ́ọ́ abẹ̀yìn o ìlú ti ń túká mọ́ wa lórí o tí gbogbo olúwa túká tán ta lẹ fẹ́ ṣèjọba lé lórí tí ìlú bá túká tán ta lẹ fẹ́ ṣèjọba lé lórí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ a fi àsìkò yìí a fi rọ̀ yín ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ nígbà tí gbogbo ọmọ kékeré ń kó òǹlù tágbàlagbà ń kó òǹlù àwọn olókùn tẹ fẹ́ ṣèjọba lé lórí so ó dọ́wọ́ wa ẹ dákun tó lọ lẹ́ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o gbogbo àwọn ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa náà ń kó lọ yìí o táwọn ilé bá ti kó òǹlù tán báyìí kí ló tó kù tá fẹ́ máa jòkó lé lórí so nígbà tó ọmọ onílù bá fìlú lẹ̀ bó lálejò wá ṣe ni máa fi fọwọ́ lálẹ́ lórí ilẹ̀ wọn ẹ dákun ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o gbogbo mọ́tò tó wà ń gáràjò kéré àwọn ti lọ sí Sàgbẹ̀ lọ kó àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ń sá kó ilé àtẹrù àti gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kó lọ ilé ti pọ̀jù ẹjọ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ o ẹjọ́ o.
Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, because I know that I've got many Yorubas also watching this broadcast as expected, right? So they have the message. They can possibly call their own family members. But I'll tell you, in that video, like I said before I played the video, like about 4 or 5 communities, like that, one after the other. People are actually parking and leaving in a fellow local government area. They are parking. Those ones that are parking, they are moving to their relatives' places. Like they are moving to whoever they can tell that I'm living Okeodel. I'm living now. The last time they killed so number of people, they have told us that they are coming back again. Government has not done anything to help us. We can't go to the farms anymore because if you go to the farms, there's a chance that you won't come back. We can't go to the market anymore because they could walk in and start shooting us. This place is no longer safe for us. Their own ancestral land. People are packing and leaving. But those are the stories that they said, no, don't share that. You're going to make the Nigerian look bad. But did you see the children? Did you see the children? Now, all these things happening in that contraption, right? Children are the most victims of children because they don't have a clue. They don't have an idea. The adult will have to say, let's go. Oh yeah, pack your this. Oh yeah, move. And they just have to go. Whatever is going on, they have no say. They have no control, no nothing. They're just a victim of it. They get pushed. They become refugees in their own land. Children. And Kwara State Governor is the chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum. See live? And they are all saying that Nigeria is safer now. thiefnubu has done well. Is safe, It's mental, right? Especially when you realize that it's almost like you can't do anything to help them. What can we do to help them? Where the government abandoned them. Yeah? It breaks heart. And every day, you get to see the stories of all these victims, one after the other. And you that have your own family members in that contraption, even though you are not there. I mean, I don't know if you ever think of if you ever think of it. Because I do. It's my worst nightmare. Yeah. In Aregbesola, an estate in Aregbesola, in Lagos, a couple were harassed, assaulted, then extorted by the Nigerian police. Captured like this. Police is not your friend. That's what I told my friends on Facebook. I said, Police no be your friend, though. So they attempted to extort the couple, and it led to what you saw there, but it still extorted them. 2 million naira was taken from their bank. And I have good news for you. Remember those couple I shared with you, the couple I shared with you yesterday in Edo State, where the guy and his American wife, the police have arrested the police have arrested the policeman that kidnapped him. Good news. So when he said, help me share this, and all of you that shared it, so I thought I should give you the updates, right? But here is the new one. A few days ago, a big Big Brother Nigerian participant called Fina, I don't know, released or made a video where she called out Dangote, whose truck crushed her sister and crippled her. So she's demanding for justice. She's demanding for justice, right? And then the Dangote group came out and said, oh yeah, we've come to see her. We're going to be responsible for her care, blah, 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 blah. In that same Edo State, this one happened today. They said that a Dangote truck crushed 3 commuters. I have tried to cut off the gory side of it, okay? Hopefully. Watch this.
It just happened just now, front of Omega. We just closed from church. A serious accident. It just happened now. A serious accident. Dangote trailer crushed lives. Crushed more than 3, 4, 5 vehicles just now. This is front of Omega Fire Ministry. This is front of Omega Fire Ministry. Dangote trailer at it again. Dangote trailer. Dangote trailer at it again. They are rescuing men now, dragging lives out from the vehicle. Hold the driver! Hold the driver! Hold that driver!
GLK office quoi? Sorry, boss. GLK. GLK finish. To truck. Je l'homme n'a qu'à Aregbe. No. GLK up for
You are paying on the spot assessment to ensure that
it's an avoidable debt. These debts are very avoidable. They should be called to order. These are boys that are not trained. These are boys that are overworked. These are boys that are stressed. Some of them are even high on drugs, So I think the management of the organization has to do proper assessment, because this is one madness too many. There are several trucks around the country. When it becomes a pattern that a particular organization, the truck keeps claiming the life of Nigerians, then it becomes a thing to worry about. I mean, this is just a mess. These are debts that are very avoidable. If they put themselves together, it's a mess. Just lost 3 lives here now for the recklessness of some young men who probably well tracked, might not even have licenses. So it's an avoidable debt. Yet they have to put their house in order.
On the part of the government concerning the construction of the road, we have
of course, the road should be fixed. But even if the roads are fixed, it's human beings that apply the road. Everything is not about government. We are government. Giving your trucks to an untrained driver, is that the government? Overworking your drivers because you want to meet a target, that's not the government. As much as the government has to do their part, the citizens has to be responsible. This is just one mess that should be avoided.
Thank you.
It's unfortunate. Another one is going to happen tomorrow. Another one next day. another one after. That's not a cause. That's what do you call it? A compromised system, a corrupt system does. There's no rocket science about it. You know, you can't pray your way out of it, of a rotten system, a corrupt system, compromised. No, everybody is going to be in danger. All of us are in danger. I've said that before. That the actions of these rogues poses a national threat. If Nigeria was a real country, these guys should be standing trial for treason, betraying the country, betraying the people, selling them up for what? For crumbs. That's treason. But Nigeria is not a real place, so obviously it won't happen, right? My time is almost done, but I need to share this with you. This is for those of you who have maybe land or properties, or if you have, especially those of you who live abroad, right? This information may be for you. If you have any properties that you built or you are building in Lekki in Lagos, it seems that those who claim to have fought the Atlantic Ocean, they didn't fight the Atlantic Ocean. Because right now, it seems the ocean is fighting back. All the sand filling and everything they did is claiming it back now, is washing them all back. And a lot of people are going to lose their properties if nothing is done urgently as well. I'm talking about real something done. Ogombo. What is this place called again in Lekki? Watch this.
In Nigeria, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ o. Fún orílẹ̀-èdè tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ wa. Ìlú yìí ni wọ́n ń pè ní ìlú Ọ̀tọ̀lú. Ọ̀tọ̀lú ní agbègbè Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì. Ilẹ́kì XCDA. So nípa ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà tẹ́ bá ní àǹfààní láti bá wa wo fọ́nrán yìí, ẹ dákun ẹ bá wa tẹ like, ẹ bá wa share. Ọwọ́ tẹ́ fi share yẹn ẹ ní fọwọ́ náà gbọ́mọ sí inshallah bí kò dẹ̀rọ̀ ti láì. So ẹ wo àrà tí Olókun dá. Tá bá wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe ń wò yìí, títí ìjọba ò jìnnà sí wa mọ́. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ibi tí kinní yìí wà sí Olókun, ibi tí ilé yìí, táwọn ilé tó bàjẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ yìí tó wà sí Olókun, ó lé ní 1 mile. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ dákun ẹ bá wa ṣí àkíní yìí kó kan wọn bàbá wa Sanwó-Olú, bàbá wa Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó kàn wọ́n lára. Ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ wo bí lè ṣe rẹwà tó. Iṣẹ́ lẹ́yìn nìkan ló bàjẹ́ o. Ẹ wo bó ṣe rẹwà tó, ẹ wo bó ṣe lágbára sí. Ẹ wo etí tó lókun pa. Eléyìí nìkan la ṣe rí. Ẹ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ bá máa wo fọ́nrán yìí, kẹ́dẹ̀ bá wa ṣí ẹ̀. Níbi fẹ́ǹsì tá à ń wò lọ́ọ̀kan yìí, òun ni títí ìjọba wà, títí ìjọba ni wọ́n ń gbà lọ́lọ́run yẹn. So kọ́ dákun torí Ọlọ́run, kọ́ gbà wá níbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì. Gbogbo inú ilé tí mò ń rìn lọ yìí, gbogbo ìsàlẹ̀ ni Olókun yẹn ti jẹ. Nigeria.
I don't know who to call though, because we need to call on someone to probably help them. Place, you know, the place where people have sunk billions, hundreds of billions of naira, and yet they are prone to this the ocean surge. You know, you see that water that is so close to that building there. It used to be about 2 miles away. You see that water you saw at the last part of the video. It's not so far. You can stand in that house. that is about to be washed off, right? And you'll be seeing the ocean there. You'll be seeing the beach, right? That water you see so close there used to be about like 2 miles or 3 miles away, like far, 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 far. These guys, those people there thought probably they were safe. Like, no, it's never going to get to us. The ocean has sort of like washed off the bank, expanded its reach, and continued to reclaim those lands they claimed from it. Enough that Umahi couldn't even trace from the old map, the coastal road, where the coastal road was supposed to be. It is inside the ocean. In 1982-83, when they muted the idea of a coastal road, right? When they drew the map or they drew the plan, that plan they drew back then, the ocean is like saying, oh, we are going to build a coastal road here. Are you saying it like we're going to build a coastal road here like that? Because the ocean is here, right? Ocean is here, so we'll mark it from here to here. Let the road pass here in 1982. In 2023, when thiefnubu and his gang and Umahi came, you see this place, ocean was here in 1982. Land there or this place like this, right? By 2023, that ocean is now here. The planned road is now inside the ocean. There's no land for it anymore. It's no longer there. So it has claimed it. It has claimed all the land that was here then. It's claimed it. He has claimed all the land that were on the other side of the planned road too. And it continues to. So Umahi and his gang, not only that the ocean has washed off people's land as well, right? They now decided to encroach on people's lands. Now that's what they're doing. They're now encroaching on people's land, hoping that maybe the coastal road will stop at the continuous sort of like a wash off of that place. So the real engineering construction that will put an end to all of this is never done. thiefnubu and his gang built Eco-Atlantic City, in which they sank different stuff inside the ocean, reclaimed the what do you call the sand under the is it called sand, the waterbed, pumped that onto the rocks that they sank into the ocean, and that's how they claim their Eco-Atlantic City. There's nothing built in there, like along the path of the coast, that it should cover it so long enough that you ensure you save your land, but nobody is going to save anybody. So everybody will get a house for there. Maybe they go to plan on how to build another house elsewhere. You get me now? Because in another 5-10 years, it's all those things you're seeing in that video. 10 years to put you. Now that 2 years, that one will be gone. One. There's others that you are not seeing yet. All of them will be washed off. They call it climate change. No, it's not. It's stupidity of those criminals, right? Who couldn't really do anything right or get anything right. So to say, I'm going to leave you to it. I have other stuff I want to share, but now I'm going to see you later. Okay? I didn't even believe that I could last this long. It's like my voice is out again. I mean, it's out now than when I started, right? Good. I will see you tomorrow, right? And please, as we are all signing out this evening, right? Please like the broadcast, like it, share it if you haven't already. And then when I come next time, there's going to be us again. So good night from you.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary Ayébi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary Ayébi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun diary Ayébi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary Ayébi #1.
gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Dayari na ibi number one.
àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ o làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Dayari na ibi number one.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.